The domain of the Big Cats is evident throughout college football. Tigers, lions, wildcats, and cougars. The apex predator of the jungle or the mountains prowls this landscape, and when we get a pair of them together, claws will certainly find. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense comes onto the field first today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Kansas State back at it after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Wants to go up top. There's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Buys a little time with his feet. Blasted as he lets it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort, because then he can really be at his best.
Looking to throw, it's Nix. Here comes the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Great job by the back on the option.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees the defender commit, boom, pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target, so now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him, caught it. He did the rest, turned on the Jets, got to the house.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're
turning it on. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Fires to the big fella. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on, he had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burns. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Burns. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Mooney. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Burns. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
What an example of this quarterback just putting his offense on his back. Drop back, wanted to throw the ball downfield, nobody open, no problem. Extend the play, buy himself some time, and then take off with his legs to score that touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Nix. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Now the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. First play of the period, first down here. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up them.
That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle. It's Burns. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. The Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll keep it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, and they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Back to pass, it's Nix. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. The play action fake. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick trying to pen them deep. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Burns. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll pull it down and run. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air. Gets it away off his back foot. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Nix. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Arizona in a hurry.
And that's in Arizona.
Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up second and short?
And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. To the air on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Nix. Right down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Nix. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Caught over the middle. It's high. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on 1st down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. He'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Under fire. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Kansas State will have to punt it away. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Nix. Pocket breaking down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
They punt it away on 4th down. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of time before he fires right.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Breaks into the open. housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burns. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again. They're looking to add to that.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Plows through the defense. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They want that clock to run. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Scrambling away. Fires on the move. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll do it himself.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Quarterback on the keeper.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. We've just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Nix. Here's the pressure. He's turning it on. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. Got it. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback looks for a little space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like